parents can find it very difficult to talk with their children about tragedies like the terrorist attacks in Paris. Director of Needham Youth Services, Jon Mattleman, assures parents it is important and necessary to discuss such topics to help children cope with the situation.
For older kids, you should not avoid the conversation. A lot of parents feel like, oh, if I avoid it, they don't know about it. Well, kids talk in school, and kids get very anxious when they hear from other kids about what's going on. There's been a bombing in Paris. It might happen here. So parents need to have an even tone about it and start conversations like, what have you heard about what's happened in Paris? And then kids will tell a parent what they know, what they've heard, and that's a wonderful place to start a conversation. Assuming you know where a kid is at and what they know is a mistake, because you're probably wrong. Also, parents need to validate feelings. So when a kid has a feeling, we need to acknowledge it and we need to validate that. We don't want to minimize it. We don't want to say, oh, don't worry about it. You don't have to feel that way. It's not happening here, because feelings are feelings and everyone's entitled to their feelings. And sometimes it takes a little bit of courage for parents to broach the topic. I think parents who do, by and large, feel rewarded. They know where their kids are at. They know if their kid is struggling. If your kid is struggling, getting some help from a guidance counselor, calling Needham Youth Services is really important, because kids can take an event like this, even though it happens across the ocean, and really catastrophize it. And we want to, be honest with our kids, but we don't want to give them false security, like this will never happen here. Parents really want to say things like, in the United States, we've taken a lot of precautions to make sure that it's safe. You might notice in your school that they lock the door. You have to buzz someone to get in. So we really want to make sure that we transmit the safety aspects, but we don't want to make false promises to kids. Kids see right through that. One of the things that parents neglect is, a lot of TVs are on in houses all the time and they just stay on. So exposure to images, whether it's TV, social media, is not helpful for anyone. It gets us crazy. It gets us scared. So limiting social media, limiting TV is really important, because those images are frightening.